Let me tell you about this song I produced called Northern Lights by Julian Daniel. So Julian wrote this song and sent it to me the day after he met his girlfriend Catie in person for the first time. They had been in an Instagram romance, if you will, and it was very cute. He was a boy in love. He still is. They're still in love. They're still together. Since the songwriting is so intimate and personal and captures that feeling of falling in love with someone for the first time, we wanted the production to match that feeling. And so we actually only used 2 instruments. So I'm going to show you how we produced this song, and keep watching because there is a hidden little sneaky thing that we did that makes the song extra cool and special. The acoustic guitar is definitely the foundation of this song, and going off of what I said earlier, we wanted the song to feel really intimate and personal, and so for the guitar, I wanted it to feel like someone was literally sitting and playing you the guitar under the northern lights. Simple as that. So what I did is I played the song the entire way through, and then I did that all again, played it through a second time so we could double it. That way it still feels like someone is playing it to you, but there's a little bit more dimension than just one guitar. And with these guitars being panned, hard left and hard right, the guitars sit here and Julian sits here. So that was the thought process. So here's what those acoustic guitars sound like. So like I said, there's one take on the left, you can hear that one. And then the exact same part played a second time in your right headphone. And I wanted those to feel really natural, so there's very little happening to them. If you're interested in some of the settings, here is what I did for some of that processing. The second instrument in this song is cello. It was played by my friend Harley. Here he is. Here's Harley. I wanted the cello to be kind of the second person in conversation with Julian and the lyrics. So I had Harley do lots of swells and accents to highlight certain lyrics and also just kind of add to that emotion, like this feeling of longing and like, I want to be with this person so bad. So that's what Harley did. I don't play the cello, so that's why he did it. So I'm not gonna show you exactly the parts, but I'm just gonna show a couple of my favorite little moments. First is when the strings come in. And I'm going to bring Julian's vocals in for a second just so you can hear how the strings play off of them, but we're going to talk more about those in 1 second. So, here's that moment.
Counting out our pennies.
They're just swelling.
How much to catch a thrill.
And then you get like a little bit of release of that tension.
Riding down Rodeo.
Probably my favorite moment of strings in this song is after the lyric, pulse is slowly rising. I truly wasn't sure how I felt about it at first. It took me a couple listens to be really sold, but Harley nailed this. It literally mimics the lyric. You'll hear it. It's so cool.
Pulse is slowly rising.
And then there's a final swell and tremolo moment at the very end before Julian's last line that I think just ties the song together really nicely. And then you get that satisfaction of the final line of the song. It's so cool. The acoustic guitar and the cello are the only production elements. They're both doing such simple things, but when you pair it with a song that lends itself to a simple production, it just feels so, so good. And then we have Julian's vocals, which if you look, I literally had him just do it a few times until we got the take. Like I'm saying again and again, this song was about the feeling and the emotion, so I wanted him to just get it all the way through. I wasn't worried about it being perfect per se, I just wanted it to feel like he was singing it to Catie. And so here is his soloed vocal.
Northern lights and shooting stars, riding down Rodeo.
Something I do on Julian's songs, which I don't do on everything, is to have him double and triple it. So I had him sing it 2 more times and match his lead as best he could. You can see a couple times I had him punch in and just match his timing a bit better. But I just like how that sounds on his voice. It creates a nice natural chorusing effect, makes it a little bit more interesting than just having a single vocal. So here's what those 3 vocals sound like.
Flashback film of a movie we watched upon the hill.
Simple as that. And really, again, these vocals are kept so simple. I have literally 3 plugins on it and 1 reverb. Simple is better in this case. I will say it 100 million times. Simple is better. And obviously that doesn't apply to every song, but I wanted to do a little hypothetical and show you kind of what this song would sound like if it was more produced out. So I just added in this little drum beat. And I made the drums subdued, chill drums that would in theory match the vibe of a song like this, a really acoustic, pulled back song. But I just think it sounds not good. It doesn't work, and you'll hear. So let me just play a clip of this.
Northern lights and shooting stars, riding down road day.
And maybe you like that better. If you do, leave a comment, but I personally just don't think it sounds as good and as personal. Sometimes less is more, sometimes restraint is good. You heard it here. I'm the first person to ever say that. And I mentioned in the beginning that there is one secret little element that I think really makes the song so much more personal and impactful, which is Catie is in the song. Give it up to Catie. Woo-hoo. So we had Catie, Julian's girlfriend, come in and record some harmonies. We wanted them to be very light and airy and just float in the background. It's kind of like their love letter, their love story. So it felt right to have her on the song. And Catie has such an awesome voice that she could have done anything and it would have sounded really cool. But here are some of those harmonies. Sorry, autotune is glitching. Imagine. That's what Catie sounds like.
Baby, with the stars in your eyes and voice like summer rain.
So Catie's doing two slightly different harmonies. There's a ton of reverb on them just to kind of push her into the back, wash it out, so it just floats behind Julian's vocals. Here are their vocals together.
Locking lips and beating hearts.
It's so pretty. And then you put that together with the acoustic guitar and the strings, and you just want to give them a hug because they're in love with each other.
Locking lips and beating hearts. Pulses slowly rising. Holding on to memories of 2 nights in the mountains.
It's just so pretty and so nice. That's how we produced Northern Lights with just 2 instruments. This song is a perfect example of having the production serve the song and the story, capturing a moment in time and letting the song speak for itself, rather than overpowering it with a bunch of unnecessary production. I hope this was helpful, and if you like hearing more of the behind the scenes of the song and the stories that go into it, leave a comment on this video, and like and subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks, bye, see you next time.